Pradesh says, hey, Richard, I have finally returned, my friend, and glad to see you. But what do you think would happen if a European country joined BRICS, for example, Greece, who has been fucked by the EU with the West invade? So basically, BRICS, contrary to what some morons say in the US or the UK, when I say morons, I mean the politicians. It's not anti-Western. It has never been anti-Western. That is ridiculous. I mean, just look at the map, right? It spans multiple continents. That is the point. No, I don't think that they would invade Greece, but they'd certainly cut its balls off, They would neuter it and make sure it doesn't happen. To my recollection, Italy is the only European country that ever decided to be a part of the Belt and Road Initiative. Italy was the only European country, to join, and then, all of a sudden, goodbye. This is a few weeks ago, this month, on August 3rd, Italy withdrawing from China's Belt and Road Initiative. Now, why on God's green earth and Silk Road would you do that? What is wrong with the Belt and Road Initiative? This is not just, a beautiful resurrection of an ancient trade route, the iconic Silk Road where people from all over came to buy and sell. It is not just historically significant, but economically important and necessary for countries in Africa and the Middle East to, catch up and regain their strength and independence after centuries of European colonialism. Why on earth would you withdraw from that? What do you have to lose, right? Because this is going to be maritime, it's going to be bilateral, all dimensions. You know why? Because the United States control Italy. I will point you to an example, which I think is it couldn't be more powerful. The CIA, they got caught, kidnapping, torturing, and killing European citizens, right? So before, in public, it was all about, we're going to catch terrorists and fight terrorism, and it's all Al-Qaeda this and Al-Qaeda that, and, Saddam this and Saddam that. Because of WikiLeaks, you got documents like showing, the CIA is doing this and that to a German citizen, an Italian citizen. And so these governments, their respective governments, obviously raised the issue with the Americans, and they said, what the hell are you doing? And they even tried to prosecute, of course, because this, they're breaking the law. You can't just do that to someone, no matter the nationality. And so Germany and Italy tried prosecuting these CIA agents. And what do you guys think happened next? The Italian government caught CIA agents committing horrendous acts against their own, countrymen, Italian citizens, and then just let them go. That shows you this is the ultimate illustration of how much power and control the United States exerts over European countries. I mean, to call it, a vassal state is an understatement. How do you get away with that? This is not just like one agent. These are dozens of agents, caught spying, caught doing horrendous things that I'm not even going to mention. Truly horrible acts. You have extradition treaties with these countries. Why don't you just go through the system? You are a goddamn state. You are a country. You have institutions and diplomats and lawyers who are, whose job it is to do these things. No, they don't even bother. Why would we bother using now? We can just kidnap them, This is our place now. It's not Italy. No, this is the Italian Department of the United States. This is why Italy withdrew from the Belt and Road Initiative. I mean, this is trivial. This is trivial compared to what I just explained to you, right? Because, economically, obviously, there's a big difference, right? We're not going to compare the two necessarily. But, if the Italian government is ready to betray its own citizens like that, or the German government and other European governments, then, of course, they'll pull out of a Belt and Road Initiative. Of course. You can do anything. The United States doesn't want these projects taking place. Nord Stream 2, for example, obviously this is, Nord Stream is nowhere near the same caliber of, the Silk Road, the new Silk Road or Belt and Road. But nevertheless, it is an economic and industrial, project between two countries that used to hate each other, between Russia and Germany, right? So it does carry a lot of weight. And the mentality in Europe after World War II was that, okay, we have to stop killing each other in all these wars, that have been going on for millennia. and now we need to work with each other and just avoid this happening again. How do we do this? One school of thought was that, well, okay, if I put my businesses in your country and you put your businesses and interests in my country, then we would have no reason to attack each other, right? Because that would be it would be self-destructive and counterproductive. So this is what happened. I mean, it's true in most in most countries. I mean, the economies of European countries are so intertwined. I'm not talking about the EU. Forget the EU. I'm talking about the principle, right? This is before the EU was even created. Just of investing in your former enemy. I mean, it's kind of outlandish and unheard of. Certainly, countries would trade with each other again after wars, but this is very, very, very advanced, right? The reason it's so important to have Nord Stream and Nord Stream 2 is because you avoid wars. But of course, the United States, with its need to control European countries like Italy and like Germany, cannot stand to see an economic and major project, a successful project like Nord Stream or Nord Stream 2. This is unacceptable. There's the mentality here is that you want to keep Europe down and weaken Russia. And Lloyd Austin, the defense secretary, even said publicly, we want to weaken Russia. Hold on. I thought you want to defend Ukraine. There's a difference here between defending Ukraine and weakening Russia. They don't even hold back anymore. You got Biden saying, "Oh, Putin's a war criminal." Even in the Cold War, an American president, an American defense secretary would not even dream of saying this shit in public.